Hey guys, so today I'm going to do a review on this UKPK Blue FRN, not G10, with, let's see if you can pick it up on camera. Gen 1, I don't know how well it's going to show up. Anyways, it's a modified drop point / sheep's foot blade shape. So it's also UK certified since it is from its namesake, so UK PK, so UK pen knife. It's a great little knife. It has a wire pocket clip here. So let's go over some of the specs. I already mentioned Gen 1 steel. It's overall 6.93 inches. Its closed length is 4 inches, slightly over it. Blade thickness is 1.25 or about 3 millimeters. Blade length is 2.93 and cutting edge is 2.62, so a little over 2.5 inches. And again, it's FRN handle material. A good knife overall. It's simple, so it's legal to carry in almost anywhere, including the UK. And I originally bought this knife just to try out Spyderco's version of a Slipjoint knife, and I think they hit it out of the park with this one for a good sized EDC blade with decent steel. I was never quite a fan of G1 because it's a little less. It has a little less edge retention than, let's see, an ATS 54, I believe. And I could get razor sharp, and that's not an issue. But it's saber ground, as you can see. It has great ergonomics. I mean, this pocket clip, you're not going to obviously use this knife for a prolonged period of time. This is just a simple knife to peel a potato or your apple or your orange. It's not something that you'd spend hours using. You could if you had to. The ergonomics lends itself well to prolonged use. I mean, you could just grip it like this. Let me zoom out here so we can get a better look at that. You could just zoom out, grip it like this, and have plenty of comfort for hours of use. Even though if I was going to use a knife, I'd rather have a fixed blade for hours of continuous use, just because it is a Slipjoint and it can be easily unlocked. It's just my preference. But back to knife. So it has a Spyderco. It's I just lost my train of thought here. Where was I? There's your Spyderco logo. You have your, I believe they're T8s or T10 Torx bit screw construction here. I have a presentation side, which is kind of cool. If you ever want to put it on a display case or something. But for me, it's a user. I don't usually display most of my knives. There's a couple that I've collected that I keep just as a collection piece. Won't be used at all. Well, but I've liked so much that I've actually bought 2 of them. So, but I've already covered the steel type. Actually, you know what? Let me go over the steel type again a little bit more. So, this is a Gen 1 steel, and while it's a good stainless steel, I haven't had any corrosion or rust problems at all. I mean, I used this most of the summer last year. A little late for the review, but that's what it is. It is what it is, I mean. So it was in my pocket all summer, excuse me, and it was near salt water for a couple of days. I had no issue with corrosion or any of that sort. I was able to easily keep it sharp with a strop for most of the time. I don't know if you can see that, but I did reprofile the edge because most of these knives that we get nowadays don't have a proper edge on them at all. Say for Spyderco's Paramilitary, which has a pretty decent edge for the knives that I currently have in my collection. Besides that, most of them needed a reprofiling of their primary edge. But the steel itself is good. It's not as good as the TS 54, I believe it's called. It loses its hair-popping sharp edge relatively quickly, but it keeps its working edge for quite a long time, actually. I do notice that it gets dings if you put it through harder work, but again, this is a slip joint knife, not meant to be used as a hard task EDC knife. So like I was saying, the ergos, I really like the ergos. You have as you can see in my hand, it fills my hand nice and full. So there's very little protruding here from the back, which I really like. So it just fills your hand. It does not overly huge handle. Good ergonomics. Some jimping here, which helps keep your finger in place. A choil here, so that you can easily get up on some stuff if you have to and do a little whittling if necessary. But very nice, very nimble knife. So overall, I give it 2 thumbs up. Please remember to comment down below, and if you have one of these, let me know what you think. Thanks. Bye.